I'm so sleepy today. I'm sick. Excuse me. It's like opening up a present.
It's game time and I'm up one. Name something I ain't done. Name a body that's my type. Air Jordan, I'll take flight. I'm next level, I'm franchise.
To our winner, Julia Rene.
Good morning, buff babes and bros, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Julia Rene, and I'm an IFBB Wellness Pro, and I want to welcome you to the Road to Olympia series. I'm so sleepy today. In this video, I have a couple of important updates for you that I thought that you would want to know. But first, I have to get my cardio in. Alright, so what I've been doing before cardio, see I have this cami that's like really tightening. It's from Squeeze Me Skinny. So it has like a shapewear added to it. Like it's not just a regular cami, like it really just sucks you in. So before I put that on, bring it all the way up here. Look at our abs, guys. They're looking better, looking better. My belly button's coming out, and that's a sign of getting leaner. So first, I'm gonna put the Tighten Toned Cream on. This one, like, first gets cold, and then it gets hot. This is literally the best one on the market. Like, if you've used any of these, ooh, got it in my mouth. Any of these creams, this one is the best, no doubt. So I put it in the front, also get a little bit more. Put it on my glutes a little bit. Bring it down. Bring it down. And then second, we're gonna put the wrap on it so it doesn't ooze everywhere. This is the seaweed wrap. Next, we're gonna put on the waist wrap. This is actually in size extra small. So I've moved down a size, which is really cool, and it's the neoprene one for weightlifting. Okay, now that we have this on, I'm going to put the cami over it so it literally holds everything in. It literally, it's already starting to get cold. So my butt feels cold, my stomach feels cold. And once you start doing your cardio or working out, it'll start to heat up. I'm sick.
I can't go out. I'm sick.
Just kidding. I just don't want to go to cardio. I'm stalling. I'm stalling! Go in your room. Good boy. Alright guys, we are done with our cardio and update for this week. I know you see in the title that it's like a reset week. So basically what we're doing this week is kind of resetting my metabolism because you guys know that my calories have gotten pretty low and my cardio has gotten pretty high, and sometimes your body gets so used to it being at that point that your metabolism kind of starts to slow down. So Zach and I decided that this week we're going to use it as a reset week. So we're lowering the cardio. So I'm doing 20 minutes less of cardio, 5 days a week still, and we changed my meal plan. So I will show you what the meal plan is looking like when we get home and we start making breakfast. But yeah, I'll go into detail a little bit more about why we're doing this and like the benefits of doing this. It's kind of like taking, I guess, like a diet break, if you want to call it that. And then I'll probably have Zach actually explain to you what we're doing and why we're doing it, because he knows better than I. And the moment you've all been waiting for. I don't know why, but I always find this so satisfying just to see like what it looks like underneath. I didn't do as much cardio as normal, but it always like, it's like opening up a present. Okay, so the first thing that we need to make with our breakfast is our good poo-poo juice. That's what I've been calling it lately because it's exactly what it is. So I have a glass of water, and first I'm gonna put a pretty big scoop of the OptiGreens in here. The OptiGreens is going to be for reducing bloat, increasing energy, and it's a big serving of greens for the day. So if you're struggling to get your greens in or you just don't like it, that's gonna be your go-to. And then we have OptiReds, which is the fruits, and it has a lot of antioxidants. Guys, ever since I started taking this, like literally, I've been taking it so consistently for like a year, but even so, like I noticed results almost immediately after taking these three together, because we have less bloat, antioxidants, we have reds, we have our greens, we have fruits, vegetables, and then this one is like the most important one too that I have added to it that I absolutely love, and it's the fiber. And fiber actually, you know, if we're not eating enough fiber throughout the day, then it's most likely we're going to have kind of backed up digestion, lack of poo-poos, if you know what I mean. So I do a scoop of the vanilla and mix it up. So the thing is, a lot of people don't like greens because they don't like the taste of them, but this is literally the best tasting greens that I have ever tried. And it's actually has like a natural berry flavor. So even so, if you just have these two alone, it's going to taste good. But if you're still somebody who's like weirded out by it, then adding the multi-fiber, they have tons of flavors. They have like fruity flavors. I have a chocolate and I have a vanilla. And for some reason, adding chocolate or vanilla to this makes it taste even better. Bottoms up. Okay, now that we have that done, I always make that a routine. I literally do it every single morning without a doubt. And if you are someone that struggles with bad digestion, gut health issues, not going to the restroom regularly, this is going to be the concoction for you. And I'm freaking serious. Like, if I were to not use any supplements at all for the rest of my life, and the only things that I would use, it would be these three. I wouldn't even use pre-workout, protein. Yes, those are things that are important, but everything starts first with your gut. Like if that's messed up, then it affects weight loss. And if that's your goal, come on. So as you know, I haven't had carbs in my breakfast. Well, scratch that. I've had low carb breakfasts for the past couple of weeks because we've been really trying to cut down. And now since we're doing kind of like a refeed week, I get oats in my breakfast again. Okay, so I am going to do a 1/3 cup of oats. Put your water in. I like to microwave mine for 1 minute and 30 seconds because it's like extra fluffy that way. And for our protein, we are going to have my little chicken sausages. I have them in here. This is like a apple flavor, and it's just, it seems weird, but it's really good. So I have 4 ounces of those at 3.5 and a little halfy. Now that my oats are done. I'm actually feeling savory oats today. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I do savory oats with hot sauce and seasoning and then add protein and eggs with it. We weren't gonna do the eggs this morning because it's not on my meal plan, but we're gonna add the little chickens in it. So I'm gonna show you what I do for that. So I'm gonna add a little bit of the Tony seasoning. This is what I like. And then we're gonna put some Valentina. Boom, 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 boom. And mix it up. Guys, don't knock it till you try it. It's freaking delicious. And for my fruit this morning, I am going to have some pineapple. Now we have our little chickens. There we go. Breakfast is served. Okay guys, so a few hours have passed and I wanted to show you my pre-workout meal. I know this seems really weird, but this is my oats and I did a sweet version and I make it super like chunky and I add sugar-free syrup to it, 2 Splenda, and then some salt so that it makes the flavor more. And then with my beef, I add pickles and sugar-free syrup so that it's almost like a burger. Guys, it's freaking delicious. You have to try it. Okay, so I'm sitting in the parking lot of the gym and I don't want to work out today, like whatsoever. I even started taking my pre-workout and everything and I just like don't want to go in. Like I haven't really been wanting to work out at all lately. I've just been wanting to like chill. And this kind of like, it's so normal like for me, and I know that maybe you guys have, excuse me. I know you guys probably go through phases where you like really love the gym and then sometimes you're just like, no, I don't want to go. I just want to be at home. And like, I know that I love working out and I know that the passion always comes back. It's just there's sometimes where like you need to just get out of the funk, you know? So I tried today, like I'm going to a different gym just so I can get out of my regular routine and see if it helps a little bit. But sometimes you're just going to do those workouts where they're just not as good and you're not feeling it. But I'm not gonna jinx it before I even start. So I'm gonna give it everything that I got, even though I don't really wanna be here. So today we're going to be doing a more hamstring focused leg day. So I have 3 that I do a week. Typically, I mean like lately I've only been doing 2 a week and 1 will be more quad focused. That's another thing, guys. I haven't been training quads the past couple of months, like focusing on them because I needed to get my backside to be kind of more balanced with my front because I was very dominant in the quads and I needed to grow more in the glutes and hamstrings. So now that we're about 8 weeks out from the show, I am going to start adding quads back in so that we can like, you know, bring back some more size. So I hit quads a little, like a couple of days ago and I'm feeling fully recovered, but today I'm gonna hit some hamstrings, so I'll walk you through the workout. Okay, to start off this leg day, I'm going to do barbell RDLs. I started by warming up with the bar, keeping my feet about shoulder width apart and focusing on pushing my glutes back and stretching the hamstring. After doing a couple light warm-up sets around 12 to 15 reps, I started moving into my working sets by increasing the weight and decreasing the reps to about 8 to 10. You can see that I added the resistance band right above my knee for the majority of the sets. I've been doing this a lot lately and I really love it. It helps keep the tension on the glutes and keeps my knees from flaring in or out. After my last set with 2 plates on each side, I dropped the weight to 1 plate on each side and did 10 reps with my heels touching to hit the inner hamstring and 10 with my feet straight to finish. Next, I'm going to move into some seated leg curls. I like using the seated leg curl because it doesn't hurt my low back like the lying leg curl does, and I can feel it a lot more in my hamstring here. Just like the other workout, I started with a light weight and did a couple warm-up sets and then moved to a heavier weight. Once I moved into a heavier weight, I supersetted the leg curl and the glute extension. On the glute extension exercise, you're going to want to have your toes pointed out and a rounded back. On the way up, you're going to use your glutes and your glutes only to pull yourself up so that you keep tension the entire time. You can either wrap a band around this and wrap it around your back to add some more tension, or you can hold a weight. Then you're going to go back to the seated leg curl and finish with a drop set. You're going to love this one. You're going to do your heaviest for 8 reps, drop the weight in half, do as many as you can until failure, then drop the weight in half again and do as many as you can until failure. Rest 2 minutes, then perform that drop set one more time. Next, we're going to move into some sumo deadlifts. I've been loving these lately so that I can work on that shelf area and the hamstrings, and it's been really targeting it for me, so I've been doing a lot of them. So I'm starting at a relatively light weight, just get warmed up, and I'm going to work my way up to a heavier weight and superset it with a lighter weighted hip thrust. Next, we're going to move to the gluteator machine. This is my favorite cluster set. If you don't have a gluteator machine, you can just use a regular traditional abduction machine. First, you're going to pick a weight that you can do 40 reps with, but is still challenging at the same time. We're going to do 10 with our foot staggered, 10 with our feet staggered the other direction, 10 with your feet close to you, and 10 with your feet far apart from you. And that is one set. And we're going to do that 3 times. The burn is for real. And if you need to drop it lighter, feel free to do so. Lastly, we are going to do an ab circuit. So I hate training abs. These are the exercises that I enjoy doing when I train abs. And I can tell you now that while I'm recording this, my abs are really sore today. So we're going to start with the leg raise machine. I'm going to do 6 reps down the middle, 6 reps to the left side, and 6 reps to the right side so that we're hitting the center of our abs and the sides. Then immediately after that, we're going to move to a bench. And on the bench, we're going to do leg raises, but we're going to focus from pulling from our low belly. Let all the air out of your mouth on the way down. And right here, do about 12 to 15 reps. Then move into a ab roller and do 10 reps here. This is going to be one set. So first, we're going to do the leg raises 3 different ways. We're going to do the bench leg lifts, and then we're going to do the ab rollers, and that is one set. All right, guys, that is our workout for the day. I hope you enjoyed.
The next day.
Okay, Zachary, listen up.
Yes.
You're going to tell the people what we're doing this week and why we are increasing calories and decreasing cardio. Ready, go.
Okay, so this is what I call a reset week, in a sense of we're right about 8 weeks out-ish from her selected show. And we've been going pretty hard. Calories been a little bit low, definitely pulled up the cardio a lot. And there's a point where if you go too long with this calorie deficit and higher cardio, that you could have metabolic damage done. So in order for her to not have metabolic damage, I'm doing a reset in a sense of reversing her carbs slowly. So we started on Tuesday with a little bit more carbs, Wednesday a little bit more carbs, and then going into Thursday, and then the Thursday to Saturday is the same plan. And then reducing the amount of cardio as well to take off the stress that gets put onto the body.
Boring.
with that much cardio to help with recovery, because recovery is very important, especially inside of contest prep and any other time. And then also, again, to create a new metabolic baseline, in a sense, to start pulling from when we start into the next week for the plan. So, you know, my expectation for her this week is either that she's going to lose weight through the metabolic boost, or that she's going to maintain her weight, which is still a good sign. We shouldn't see any weight gain or anything like that. And as long as we get those two signs, if she loses weight, great. That means that I'll probably continue to stick with the amount of calories in the same plan until she stops losing weight. If she doesn't gain any weight and just stays the same, we're just creating a new set point in which I can start pulling from. So that's the reason why we're doing this week.
Okay guys, to end off this video, I wanted to chat with you guys about something that might potentially be changing my entire prep. So there's a chance that I'm not going to be doing the show that I plan to do first. So that doesn't mean it's canceled. It just means that I might push it, but this is also a might. So if you were here for my Road to Pro series, you know that I did one national show and I got 5th. And then I did another one and I got 1st, and that's when I got my pro card. So that first show where I got 5th place, I wasn't ready, I wasn't lean enough, my body was already kind of giving out. And then that second show, I was a little bit more prepared, I was leaner, and then that's why I got my pro card at the second one. So what we're trying to avoid is that happening again, especially on the pro stage. I don't want to show up, and this is the conversation that Zach and I were having the other day, is like, I don't want to show up on stage looking anything but the absolute best that I can. If I'm not able to get leaner than I was when I got my pro card for the show that we're prepping for now, then the best bet is to just push it to something further. So the reason I was going to do this show is because the federations, people that are like in charge of the IFBB, they asked me to do the show. They wanted me to do it so they can see me next to the pros that are like on the Olympia stage and that were at the Arnold. They want to see me next to them. And I really want to do it because they want me to do it, but at the end of the day, if my body is not going to be ready for it, then it's just best for me to push it to a show that's further. Regardless, during this season, I'm going to do a minimum of 3 to 4 shows. So also, this is the thing about bodybuilding. It's like, it's hard to, especially for me, where it's a little bit more challenging and I have to do a lot extra work to get down to the level of body fat. And it's just so hard on you mentally, and it's hard on your metabolism, just like Zach was telling you guys before. That's why we're doing like a reset week. So the plan going forward is we're gonna see how the reset week works. And I'm gonna update you guys on that next week. We're gonna see how it works. Actually, I'm gonna update you on it, probably next week, so that we can get the full effect of everything. Sorry. So that's going to happen. We're going to see what happens. Either I lose weight or I stay the same. And then we're going to continue probably back on the original diet that we had with a little bit lower calories and higher cardio. And if my body isn't responding well and it doesn't seem like we're going to get lean enough within 4 weeks, so about the 4 weeks out mark is when we'll decide whether we're going to do that show or not. It's really not that big of a deal because there's plenty of other shows like out there. There's shows from the May 7th until like right up until the Olympia, which is in December. We're still planning on doing that show, but there's a chance that I might not. And if that's the case, we'll probably do one that's a couple weeks afterwards, which is in Miami. There's another one that's like 2 weeks after that, which is in Puerto Rico. There's another one that's in Austin, Texas, that's more in like the June or July range. So just wanted to keep you guys updated and just be real with you that it's just as challenging to get my body down to that level of leanness. It's like, it's really hard, and we don't want to push it to a point where it just starts giving up again like it did last time. So we're being a lot more cautious this time because I'm going to be prepping for a lot longer. Like, the goal is to go to the Olympia, which is December 2022. So if that's the case, I'm going to be basically watching what I'm eating very closely for an entire year. So just keep you guys posted on that. Everything's good. I feel good. Feeling hungrier on this meal plan already, because usually when you get a boost in calories, your metabolism starts revving itself up again and you start getting hungrier, which is a good sign, and it's also normal. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, I love you all so much. And you're more powerful than you think. Bye.